Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sport NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks.
And you know, for that matchup with the Knicks, that's going to be their sixth contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Keon Ellis. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the 4. And for Chicago, they've got Okoro, who's Ellis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Josh Giddey. And it's Jones in at the 1. Well, Grant, when a season is fresh, what are coaches looking for from their players?
You know, B.A., they want to see execution on the game plan that's been set in practice. The X's and O's, can they bring it to life? I mean, that is what they're expecting.
That 3 is a shot Jones has developed over his first few years.
DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Something teammates love about DeMar DeRozan. He has that clutch gene in him, Stan.
Yeah, B.A., he is fearless in those big moments. He remains steady, keeps his focus, and that makes him deadly against defenses that are scrambling to close out a game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And, Coach, the Kings know they need to get better defensively. But do they have the personnel is the question.
Well, so much of defense is about your commitment to making multiple efforts, in particular contesting three-point shooters, an area they've struggled in tremendously. If you're starting to fix something, start there.
Good on both. Well, Stan, one thing the Bulls know they have to improve is their interior defense.
Well, B.A., look, last year the Bulls right at the bottom in opponents' points in the paint. They've got to form a functional wall and keep intruders at bay.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, the Bulls traded away DeRozan, LaVine, Caruso. But, Grant, despite all that, they finished with an identical record last season.
They did. I mean, they finished the season strong, 17-10 after the All-Star break. Their young backcourt of Giddey and White showing some real promise.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, with his rebounding and scoring, Vucevic is a nightly double-double threat.
And so Vucevic nails both of them. And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Ellis. Chicago with a rebound. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
They split their games last season and both figure to be fighting for playoff spots this year.
Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
DeRozan does so much of his work in tight spaces. It's a luxury for him to be out in the open floor.
Okoro outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Okoro. Picked by Vucevic. Now here's Okoro. He's covered by LaVine. Just 4 to shoot. Jones from outside. Here's Vucevic. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, still one of the league's best rebounders. Vucevic extending the possession.
DeRozan outside. Back to Schroeder. Sacramento passing it around. DeRozan outside. Puts it up from 17. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. DeRozan's got 6.
Well, that's why you run set plays, to get DeRozan that space he needs to go to work.
Here's Jones. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Levine. To the inside. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Sabonis' shot is off.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Jones. Sweet little floater. 7 points in the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Schroeder passes to DeRozan. And a big-time jam! He slams it right over Vucevic.
Adding to his long list of highlight reel finishes, DeRozan still exciting to watch.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Sabonis. The Kings have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Now here's Levine, guarded by Kuro. It's blocked.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Schroeder finds Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Now here's Jones in his last outing with 12 points. Left side, Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vucevic, a screen on Schroeder. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And Okoro gets it to go.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Levine with it. Guarded by Okoro. Now here's DeRozan. Give him 8. Jacks up a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago leading by 4. And it's Okoro penetrating. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Outside Levine. To the middle. Here's DeRozan. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And that sends Josh Giddey to the free throw line. That one on Schroeder. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Stan, there seems to be an impatience to this Kings organization. Continuity is not the order of the day.
Well, yeah, B.A., and it can be disorienting for the players. You don't want to become complacent, but there's got to be a happy medium and some stability.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
If you're a teammate of Monk's, you know that he's always going to be ready to let it fly. So you want to get him the ball.
Here's Buzelis. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit. Picked by Vucevic. Let's go with a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis outside. Down low. Ellis outside. DeRozan outside. Here's the three. Jones grabs the board. Chicago leading by 6. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis from downtown. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Now DeRozan. Give him 8. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Sabonis. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds in the game.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Outside Jones. From deep three-point range. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Kings trail by 6. Ellis right side. DeRozan outside. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. Number 5, the Bulls.
Well, last year they were an excellent passing team. They want that to continue into this year.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Bulls leading by 6. Outside Giddey. Chicago passing it around. Pass to Buzelis. They set the pick. Drives to the hoop. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
Long passes to Ellis. Outside Levine. Eubanks the screen. Lets it go from deep. Is rebounded by Okoro. Going inside. Pass to Buzelis. Okoro outside. Vucevic, the pass to Okoro. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Kings trail by 8. DeRozan with the ball. Give him 8. Ellis outside. On the wing, Levine. Guarded by Okoro. Levine passes to Ellis. Knocks down the triple.
Well, that's Ellis's role offensively. Most of his shots come from beyond the arc.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For Chicago, Williams is checked in for Okoro. And it's Dosunmu in for Jones. Sacramento also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Saric comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Westbrook in for Ellis. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Leading by 5. Here's the pick. Dosunmu, left side. Back to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Beyond the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
So it's Chicago now. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Here's Vucevic. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. 1:41 left now in the first quarter. Westbrook, the pass to Levine. Up top, Sabonis. Inside. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Over Giddey. Williams grabs the board. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Vucevic for 3. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Giddey.
Well, with the skill of Josh Giddey, his passing ability really completes the package.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
And here's Saric for 3. That one is off.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that.
And he lobs it up. Vucevic's shot is off.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Sabonis finds Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Another great dribble move in the career of Westbrook. No doubt Russ is a future Hall of Fame.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Westbrook against Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Sabonis. Buried from 15 feet out. Vucevic has got 6.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Patrick Williams out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Javon Carter. And it's Dosunmu in it to 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Dosunmu, the pass to Huerter. Over Carter. Huerter can't hit. Kings trail by 4. To the inside. Here's Sabonis. Soft touch off the glass. Sabonis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. The Kings last season traded for Zach LaVine, and he said, quote, "I've been a fan for a long time, knowing how incredible these fans are each and every game. A Tuesday night, it's still going to be packed in here. People pull for their team, and I don't take it for granted." Brian, back to you.
Tremendous support. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Carter. No points so far. Pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Well, look, Sabonis has the footwork to get himself in position to finish right at the cup.
Kick by Smith. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith. Nails it from 3. Smith's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Westbrook against Carter. Westbrook gets the bucket.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Dosunmu outside. Pass to Carter. Outside Huerter. Carter, a screen on Carter. Huerter with it, and Sabonis picks him up defensively. Smith passes to Dosunmu. Over Monk. Dosunmu can't hit.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Saric outside. Westbrook finds Monk. Sacramento passing it around. And here's Saric for three. Rebound by the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Pass to Williams. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Herter against Saric. Over Herter. The fadeaway J is off the mark.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Williams a screen on Carter. Dosunmu, the pass to Williams. And again, Chicago, no good. Kings trail by 3. Saric down low, working on Williams. Shots good by Saric. And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
For Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Dosunmu. Josh Giddey comes in for Herter. And it's Jones in for Carter. Sacramento also making some changes. Jones, he's checked in for Saric. Zach LaVine comes in for Carter. And it's Schroeder in for Russell Westbrook. Jones feels it out. Williams a screen on Schroeder. Jones drives in. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Yeah, Trey Jones can be lightning quick. He saw a gap and drove right in.
Now here's LaVine, tightly guarded. Outside Schroeder. Sabonis with a screen on Jones. And here's Schroeder outside. Smith with the rebound. Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Giddey. Smith with a screen on Monk. Back to Smith. Now here's Jones. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Smith. Takes a 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds now. Jones finds LaVine. And LaVine, throw it down.
Okay, Zach LaVine, another monster dunk to put on his career highlight reel.
Outside Giddey. Smith with a screen on Monk. Giddey against Monk. Here's Smith. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, as a big man, Smith is expecting contact. So when it comes, it's no surprise.
Sabonis against Smith. LaVine surveys the D. Back to Sabonis. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, with his ability to carve out space, Sabonis is one of the best paint scorers in the game. This team should look to set him up.
Outside Jones. Williams on the wing. Smith passes to Williams. Jones from outside. Connects from downtown. Jones has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Jones. Now Sabonis, covered by Smith. Here's LaVine for 3. Ooh, the soft touch of LaVine, knocking down the 3.
Looks like he's getting warmed up. Much better efficiency here in the second quarter.
And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that In recent years, they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now, a change of course is taking place.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Sacramento also making some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Sabonis. And DeRozan is subbed in for Jones. Sacramento on D. They trail by 1. Outside Jones. Pass to Vucevic. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Okoro. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic, a screen on Schroeder. Jones with the ball. Picked up by DeRozan. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
The Kings have gone 8 of 11 in the second quarter. Schroeder passes to Levine. Back to Schroeder. On the take. Outside for Levine. Monk against Giddey. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Schroeder finds Monk. Back to Schroeder. DeRozan outside. There's the drive. DeMar working the lane.
Well, look, DeRozan, for his size, an excellent ball handler, able to create his own look.
Jones against Schroeder. Floats one up. Here's Levine for 3. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
Here's Jones. He's got 12. Vucevic, a screen on Schroeder. Jones drives in. Three-pointer, Vucevic. The shot off that time. And so it's Monk who brings up the ball for the Kings. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. They grab their own miss. Levine against Giddey. Here's Schroeder. Cash money on the open jump shot. And now a 4-point Sacramento lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Okoro outside. Pass to Vucevic. Okoro outside. Now here's Jones. Covered by Schroeder. That's good from Jones. And the assist by Okoro. Jones has got 7 points here in the quarter. Sacramento has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. DeRozan outside. To the middle. Here's Levine. It's Levine with a nice finish down low.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Schroeder against Jones. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Vucevic in the post. Eubanks defending, and they pick up 2. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Ellis comes in for Monk. Our 2K leaderboard, focusing on last year's three-point shooting leaders. Zach LaVine is second.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
Minute 32 left in the first half. Pass to DeRozan. Here's LaVine. Shot clock at 5. Back to Ellis. DeRozan for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Here's Bruce Ellis. And he throws it down with one hand.
Just good, aggressive play by Buzelis, not shying away from some physicality inside.
DeRozan outside. .46 seconds left to play in the half. Shots good by Sabonis.
And I like how they focused on getting high percentage shots, especially after the 3 balls weren't falling early on.
Pass to Vucevic. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Schroeder. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Remarkable focus by Schroeder, accepting the contact and powering through it.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Shooting 1.
One shot.
Free throw good, Schroeder.
Well, what coaches like about Dennis Schroeder is his hustle and his mentality. He's looking to aid the team to elevate your offensive efforts, not to have his own big night.
Yep, that one goes. Jones has got 9 points in the quarter.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
DeRozan outside. Not gonna go. It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for Sacramento, and that quarter was all about him leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. Back after this.
Welcome, everybody. What a half by Domantas Sabonis, putting on a show early on.
He took a lot of good shots in the first half, also made some contested shots, playing with great confidence.
You know what? A couple of times, you could just see defenders hang their heads, man.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Yeah, they're both smart-driven, extremely talented. They've been putting on a show, man.
Taking control individually and as the leaders of their teams. We are watching greatness.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Trey Jones with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Sacramento leading by 3. Taking a look at the Kings, we've got Domantas Sabonis. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Keon Ellis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Levine in at small forward. Back to Ellis. Pass to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Sacramento passing it around. Puts up a 3. Ellis' shot is off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Buzelis, and that one is stuffed right through.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Outside Levine. DeRozan outside. Down low. Here's Sabonis. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And we've become used to this kind of consistent scoring output from Sabonis. He can be this important of a player.
And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Domantas Sabonis is driven. He said, quote, "There's no calm time with me. There's a lot to work on to help my teammates and win games. That desperation to stay here in the NBA because I love it and try to get better, I'm always thinking about it, and I don't think that's going to change." Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Levine. He can't hit that time. Giddey with a defensive effort. The Bulls trail by 3. Outside Jones. Pass to Giddey. Back to Jones. Here's Buzelis. Here's Vucevic. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 11.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Ellis passes to Levine. There's a screen. Outside Schroeder. Fires the 3. They get it back. Outside for Levine. Pass to DeRozan. Now Levine. The 3 ball. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight.
Can't forget about Levine from deep.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Put your hands together and make some noise, fans.
Up top, Giddey. He's guarded by Ellis. Jones, the pass to Okoro. Now here's Giddey. Vucevic in the post. Working on Sabonis. Vucevic's shot is off.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Pass to Schroeder. Now Ellis. DeRozan for 3. He buries it from 3. And it's a 9-point Kings lead.
Yeah, out of the corner, DeRozan finding the open space on the floor.
And here's Giddey. Back to Jones. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Shot by Levine, no good. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter to the paint. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists here tonight.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And here's Schroeder. He's got 5. Pass to Levine. Fires the 3. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Levine getting quick with it that time, changing it up.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Fires from deep. Drains the triple. Giddey's got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Ellis outside. Kicks it to DeRozan from behind the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Jones. Rebound by Sacramento. And the Bulls, with 1 playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Here's Jones, and he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Jones has got 20.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Schroeder passes to DeRozan. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's not as explosive inside as he once was, but DeMar DeRozan still gets it done at the rim.
Here's Jones. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
And he's going for the oop here. And Sabonis slams it in.
I really like when Sabonis takes initiative, especially by making himself a target on these alley-oops.
Jones finds Vucevic. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. And that's 10 points for Nikola Vucevic.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Schroeder passes to Levine. There's the 3. They get the rebound. The 3 from DeRozan. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Jones. And here's Vucevic. He's guarded by Sabonis. Puts it up from 12. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Ellis, good. Bulls trail by 10. Now here's Jones. 22 points for him. Vucevic in the post. He's guarded by Sabonis. Shot from 12. And it's Vucevic again missing.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And DeRozan gets it to go.
Yeah, they've had their hands full with DeRozan. He is scary when he gets it going.
Jones against Schroeder. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Outside Giddey. Back to Vucevic. Can they get it? They double-team Vucevic. Jones from outside. Okoro outside. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Kings. Levine finds Schroeder. And he's going for the lob. And Sabonis gets it to go. Sabonis has got 20 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Now Giddey. Okoro outside. Clock at 6. Vucevic. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
Yep, that one goes. Sabonis has got 10 points in the quarter.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Now Jones. Jones sets a screen. The three from Okoro. Hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And DeRozan gets it to go on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 18. Pass to Buzelis to win the drought. Driving inside.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. Williams comes in for Okoro. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Giddey. And it's Carter in for Jones. Sacramento also making some changes. Saric checks in for Zach LaVine. Malik Monk comes in for Ellis. And it's Westbrook in for Schroeder. And so here's Sacramento. DeRozan with the ball. 22 points for him. Lets the three fly. And Westbrook is good for 3. Westbrook's got 9 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And Russell Westbrook, he's adapted to becoming a spark plug off the bench stand.
Well, he's been in this league a long time, B.A., and he's willing to take on whatever role is necessary to produce W's. That's what a professional does.
And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. In third, Chicago.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
For Chicago, Herter comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Giddey's subbed in for Carter. Carter, he's checked in for the Kings. Pass to Monk. Smith against Sabonis. Westbrook outside. Over Giddey. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Bulls trail by 19. Here's Giddey. Outside, Williams. 3-pointer. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis looking over the floor. Pass to Monk. Now Westbrook. Sacramento passing it around. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And that's a tough finish. Sometimes it feels like Westbrook prefers to take these contested shots.
Giddey passes to Herter. For 3. Pure from 3-point range. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this is the calling card of Herter. Lethal from outside the arc.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Westbrook against Giddey. Up top, Westbrook. He's got 11. Crafty move. Giddey with a defensive effort. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Kings on top. They lead by 18. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Jalen Smith. And it's Herder in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Obviously, Herder's focus offensively is on the outside, but his touch translates into the paint as well.
Schroeder passes to Levine. From outside the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 16-point game. Levine with a steal. Now here's Eubanks. Herder defending. And stolen by Williams. Monk against Giddey. And that one drops.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Schroeder passes to Levine. Šarić, high post. 5 on the clock. Monk for 3. Chicago with a rebound. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this 4th quarter. Williams misses.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Lets a floater go. There's the block.
When Smith is out there, that is what this team needs from him. Rim protection.
And that one's good. Giddey.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
And Doug Christie has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
On your feet, fans, it's time for...
Chicago making a switch here. Buzelis is checked in, and the Kings also making a change. McDermott's checked in for Šarić. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Doug Christie said to his team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Schroeder. Back to Monk. On the wing, Levine. Over Buzelis. And Levine gets it to go on the assist by Monk. 18 points for Zach Levine.
A well-practiced shooter. Levine has complete confidence in his shooting motion.
Smith with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Giddey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
A different type of player, Josh Giddey, pretty much a 6'8" point guard. Giddey doesn't take a lot of threes, but rather shares the ball.
Šarić checks in for McDermott. Both free throws good from Giddey. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And here's Schroeder. On the wing, Levine. Six to shoot. Rebound by the Bulls. Smith's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Buzelis. Dosunmu outside. Williams looking around. Smith passes to Giddey. Williams a screen on Schroeder. From deep, Giddey. The Bulls with another miss. Sacramento leading by 12. Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Levine. The three. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Now Eubanks. Here's Monk. He's covered by Dosunmu. Monk passes to Eubanks. And here's Schroeder outside. Another three for Sacramento.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Dosunmu on the wing. Monk covers. Dosunmu outside. Williams a screen on Monk. Here's Dosunmu. The shot that time not on target. Saric with some nice D. Here's Levine for three. Sinks it from distance. Levine's got 14 points here in the second half.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Williams. And it's Trey Jones in for Dosunmu. The Kings also with a sub. Ellis is checked in. The Kings lead by 19. Schroeder passes to Eubanks. And here's Ellis. Monk for three. Hits the trifecta.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Jones. A shot to stop the run. Crossed up the deep perfectly. Jones has got 24 points.
Fancy ball handling right there by Jones. At his size, he can be very elusive.
Levine finds Monk. And for the better part of a decade now, the league allowing players to wear any sneaker color. It's catching on, Stan. What color are those you're wearing? Is that lime green?
Well, Brian, you know I've always been known for my fashion sense. I'm something of an icon, and when I come on camera, people are watching because they want to know what the next fashion trend is. So yes, tonight these are lime green. Tomorrow, we'll just have to see.
The shot by Buzel is no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And yep, it's good. He's got 26.
I just love the ball movement.
Levine with a steal. Outside Schroeder. Levine with a screen on Jones. Left side Monk. Pass to Eubanks. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Now Vucevic from the arc. Schroeder with a rebound.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And of course, that one was just crazy.
Now here's Eubanks, covered by Vucevic. Eubanks, the pass to Schroeder. Over Giddey. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
Such a clean shooting motion. Schroeder knows his mechanics so well.
Outside Giddey. Blocked! Oh! Now Monk. Driving to the basket. Pass to Eubanks. Vucevic with a steal. Now here's Giddey. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
Chalk up 2 there. And that's 28 points for Zach LaVine.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Okoro outside. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Jones. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. Jones has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, first here in this second half.
On the wing, LaVine. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Bulls have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Back to Jones. Chicago passing it around. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Rebound by Sacramento.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Schroeder with it. He's picked up by Jones. Monk passes to Ellis. Here's LaVine for 3, and another Sacramento 3.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence is impressive to see.
Pass to Buzelis. Now Vucevic. Eubanks defending. Now here's Okoro from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's LaVine. Here's Eubanks. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Good effort to stay with the play and save the possession.
Okoro outside. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. Eubanks defending. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got his 4th rebound in this one. Schroeder with it. Outside Monk. Outside Schroeder. Here's LaVine. Over Buzelis. LaVine can't hit.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Kings.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And what a huge performance it was for Domantas Sabonis.
He played big all night, relentless on the glass, just helping his team in the possession battle.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
They set the pick. Back to Schroeder. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Jones. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Here's Giddey. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Here's LaVine for 3. He's rebounded by Okoro. And so here is Chicago. Here's Buzelis. Okoro on the wing. Outside Jones. Pass to Giddey. Takes the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Domantas Sabonis.